Good day. This is Jim Dedman. This is Saw Logs Plastic Hubs. And welcome to my humble shop. And welcome to this week's Slop in the Shop. There's a couple things that I want to mention before I get into explaining. This week's slop is just a lot of clips. A little bit of machining, not very much. Again, my slops are a little ahead of a schedule. This is New Year's Day that I'm doing the intro, by the way, so we're getting cleared up some stuff. There are some things I always want to remind you. Go back and look at the 1,000 subscriber drawing video if you haven't seen it, and enter. And, follow the instructions. Please enter. The coasters are done. That will be one of the things you'll see in this video. And a few other things, this here and there stuff that's going on. Again, if you're new to the channel, it's the first time you've ever come by and stopped at one of my videos. Slop in the Shop is my shop video blog. It's actually my shop life. It's things that I do. It's James Dedman, Saw Logs Plastic Hubs is the name of the channel. And it may be inside of my small shop here working, making projects. We also own a race car. We do some racing. We do things around the house. So, and there's sometimes I throw road trips or anything else I find is interesting to put in the video. With all that being said, this week is more purchases, Christmas presents, odd and end things. And I hope you really enjoy it. And I know I'm going to be a week or two after Christmas, but maybe by this time you done got all your ham done, your Christmas out of the way, your New Year's out of the way, and then broke out half a dozen resolutions by now. So, I want you to get together with your friends, your family, if you got a group of people to watch video, get the widescreen going. If you're Everett up in Canada, get the little man in to help you. And then after that also, my friend Tom up at Hilltop, I want you to get Chaos out there, bring him in, let him see a video of me. So with all that being well said and done, let's get to the chase and let's get this pig feed out there. So you all have a great day. Okie dokie. This is Christmas morning. I just stepped outside because the light's good. And you can see what my sweetie got me for Christmas. So this is going to be... So now we're going to have some new cordless tools for the shop. Basically, we got some good red ones. Red for Christmas. And I told her she shouldn't. That's way too much money. I'm so tight I won't hardly buy myself Milwaukee. So, I mean, I do have a Milwaukee impact gun for the race car because I didn't have too many choices. But you buy these reds and these yellows, you definitely know it. And I'm just blown away by what she did for just this, and that's not counting the other gifts and clothes she's got. She just outdid herself. I'm just extremely lucky. So thought I'd throw this in the slop. Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is your buddy Jim. I've got a whole bunch of stuff to do today. After Christmas stuff. I got a bunch of boxes here. I got a trash can here. We're going to go do a time lapse. I'm going to show you how I'm going to prepare all this stuff up so I can get rid of some of this stuff. This whole bunch of stuff. So, no further ado, we're going to set the time lapse up, see how it goes. Okay, we're going. Good, let's try it again. Folks, I fully expect to get flamed on this. And if I do, it's not that I don't care. Simple matter of convenience. The only political statement you're going to hear me make, if you want some, to me, we need to have a system in place to where I can tuck these boxes, set them on my curb or side of the road, let's just say here, and do it. Our county, for me to carry my normal garbage off, I have to pay a fee or basically use a card. It's almost less expensive to use the service. My service comes, picks up my trash, no matter where I got 1, 2, or 3, or 4 containers that he's giving me a fee right up front. It's less trouble. It's a lot easier. I still had to break these boxes down, by the way, just to carry them to the landfill or just carry them to the recycle center and still go do it and still separate. If I'm going to do all that, I might as well stuff them in the trash can and let them come and get them. So that's my reasoning. It may not be the right reasoning, but it's the reasoning I'm using. And just sometimes we just got to do what we got to do. So, yuns all have a great day, and we'll see what else we can get into. This is December the 30th, and when I'm shooting this for the slop, and the temperature outside right now is 65 degrees. Can you believe it? Good morning, this is your buddy Jim. I got to show you a follow-up on an earlier video. The earlier video was where I showed a clip showing Christmas Day, basically my Christmas present from my sweetheart. So we've rearranged some stuff in the shop. This M18 drill here, and this M18 drill driver here now is in the rack. I already had the M12 parts from the other. This M18 is something else. I was concerned, you know, I've always had a 19-volt Craftsman. This thing here rocks. It really rocks. Its primary use is going to be to raise and lower the head on my milling machine. So what I'm going to, this 18-volt Hitachi's never been the man to do it. So I'm going to keep using it for drilling here around the house, light jobs. If I really need a heavy cordless drill, I can always take the head off of the other. So that's kind of what the plan is. The saw is up in the bag. I don't use reciprocating saw very much. So I'm in the shop this morning and I'm starting to work on some project that I'm doing, shot some video on and stuff like that, but thought I'd include that. So I'll show you something today. You know, I've been using that big Craftsman. Look at this. Look how strong that thing there is. And that's handy. I've got the bigger drill for this. I just wanted you to see that, so put that in my slot what I'm working on. Thank you. Let's get crafty here this morning. What I'm going to do is, I just don't like that brush. So I've got to do these coasters, finish them up. One way to ensure what you got to do, sometimes you need to, is to make you some, if you can see that, yeah, I can see that, is make me about, line this up and make me about some marks. Because I got the one of the things you got to do, we're going to use rubber cement for this. So to make it easier to deal with, instead of using the brush that comes in the can of rubber cement, we'll just use an acid brush like you get at Harbor Freight. We use it on oil cans, and with rubber cement, Gentlemen, if you do a project like this and you don't know what you're doing, and ladies, there's a resource called Hobby Lobby. So when I made the first one last year for gifts, I basically contacted with the Hobby Lobby to ask them, you know, the craft people, what would be the best glue to use and such stuff as that, because I had no idea. Chris is not a craft person, so she didn't have an idea. So what I did was I contacted them at the Hobby Lobby, and they told me right quick, rubber cement. So what you're going to do here is you're bonding this. The other ones have done really well. I just need to leave about 1/4 of an inch from the end. Doesn't take much. That's why I'm using an acid brush, by the way. And if it gets over to the edge, I can always take a little acetone or something and clean it up. So sort of mark it to kind of line it up where I want it. And just let it stick like that right there. So I'll slide it where I need it to make it look even. And there we go. And then if I got a little excess, just take us a rag right here and wipe that excess right off. So that's all there is to it. This will bond really good and do a really good job of bonding. It'll stay there. So you just have to get it bonded there good. The secret is to bond it really good on both ends. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bond it, and I'm going to get a clean rag, and I'm going to stack these on each other. Good afternoon. This is your buddy Jim. Welcome to Sawlog Plastic Hubs today. And it is a beautiful January the 1st, 2020, a new millennium. Just to show you, unfortunately, if you can see up there, I don't know if you can see the helicopter. That's not a good sign when you see that. That's a helicopter flying from Lincoln to Charlotte. That's not a good sign. With that being said, I just want to show you how pretty today is. I hope you got a shot of that helicopter. I hope you heard it. I just want to thank all of you for watching my videos. And with no further ado, we're going to move on. After this clip, there's a photograph. It's an upcoming project where the window you see sitting in a chair is something we picked up at a sale or an auction a while back. And we've been trying to determine what to use it. The bench that it's sitting on is going to need a lot of repair. So we're going to try to make us a fancy bench with a window. And I might put another picture from like Kirkland's or something where I've seen the idea I got the inspiration from. So that's going to be an upcoming project we'll be doing soon. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a project I'm working on, and I've been working on it for a while. I got another, what they call a hayman. Like, hey man, can you do this? I got contacted on Messenger about a chainsaw stand of all things. piece like this, a standard little saw would be fine. Let me get my stuff together because now we got to go to the meeting. So I'm going to show this to you again. Turn the camera around. This is it. All this does is just plugs in like your Craftsman. I got this one here off of eBay because it's cheaper than Amazon. There's several people. The one thing I have noticed in reviews, they're all got little this. They say if you leave the batteries in them, they'll go dead because this will suck it out of them. So here's what I was going to say. If you're like me and got a mismatch of tools, say you got, and I know that I know especially, I know there's the adapters for the DeWalt's and Milwaukee's that use the newer batteries on their tools. Folks, if you've got older tools like this and want to keep using them and keep your battery inventory down, the difference between having this sucker on there and a darn Craftsman battery is just unreal, the difference. So for occasional use, might burn them up, but you already replaced them. Like, I don't want to put my, I have to carry an impact. So what I'm going to do is put this drill in my race box. I'll keep the Craftsman batteries for the other tools, but if I need to drill a hole, we'll grab this drill and we'll throw that spare that spare Milwaukee battery on it, quick. Because I'm always going to make sure I got extra battery when I go to the racetrack. So it's just a handy idea here, and it gives you the opportunity to put more power in your hands, especially if you got these older tools you don't quite want to get rid of them. Like I got a circular saw here and some other stuff, so it'd be worth your time to look into, and eBay and Amazon both had these. This one come from eBay. This is something flipping awesome. Right here. That shows you how these good lithium batteries make a big difference. What's going to happen is I'm going to put this adapter in my race box, and I always got DeWalt batteries. So if we need to drill a hole or something in the racetrack, we'll slap this dang thing together. As you can see the difference it made right here in the torque. Okay. Greetings. I hope you enjoyed Slop in the shop. I'm trying something different today. We got the GoPro out in the shop. I don't always shoot with the GoPro as much. This is a copyrighted production, James Dedman, Saw Logs Plastic Hubs, for your entertainment, enjoyment, and some education on YouTube. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed our presentation. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you if you had the watch party, even if it's that watch party of one, or you got your children or your pet, like I teased a couple of my friends in the opening. One thing is always appreciated is you for viewing these videos. I really do. I really, really appreciate you stopping by, the kind words that I get. This is shot on New Year's Day, the New Year's wishes when I put out the slop that was put out today. All that stuff is appreciated. This is why I do YouTube. And I do YouTube to share. I do not use YouTube as a business venture. If you noticed, I haven't applied for monetization. That's a promise I'm going to continue to make for a while. Our numbers need to get big enough to where I feel like there's the right balance between me getting some extra income and you having to put up with ads. And I myself, as a YouTube viewer, I understand the frustration with the whole situation. But as a YouTube creator, I also understand it's nice to get some income. But I just feel like at this point right now for Saw Logs Plastic Hubs, we're just not got the volume to get there yet. One day we will. So, when we do, I'll let you know. So outside of all that, thanks for stopping by. Happy New Year, but this time belated. I hope you've already, by this time, 2 or 3 weeks into the new year, hasn't broken every New Year resolution that you made yet. I want you to make one more if you hadn't made it, how about watching my channel the rest of the year? So with all that being said, thank you so very much for stopping by. I really enjoy you visiting, and I enjoy sharing with you. And if you've got an idea for some project that you would like to see done, hey, submit it in the comments and we'll start looking at some things. I've got plans for this year, but I'm always open to suggestions of things. So with all that being said, hey, let's all have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video or next week when I get out and feed these pigs. Have a great day.